I was rummaging through the attic last weekend looking for old family photos when I stumbled upon a dusty, leather-bound book. Its cover was worn, the title indecipherable, and it seemed like just another forgotten relic. I opened it, expecting to find yellowed pages filled with poetry or perhaps a diary, but what I found was something else entirely. The pages were blank at first, but as I flipped through them, words began to appear, slowly forming sentences. They described my every move in real time. I laughed it off as an elaborate prank, but the more I read, the more I realized it was no joke. It wasn't until I saw the words, "He hears a faint whisper from behind," that I froze. My heart pounded as I turned around, but there was nothing there. I shook it off, trying to convince myself it was just my imagination. But the book continued to document my actions, predicting events that hadn't happened yet. He spills his coffee, it wrote, and seconds later, my cup tipped over, spilling onto the floor. I felt a cold shiver run down my spine. How could this be possible? Was someone watching me? Slowly, paranoia began to creep in as the book's predictions became more and more sinister. The following day, the book's entries became darker. "He will find the hidden door," it read. Intrigued and terrified, I scoured the attic until I found a small, concealed door behind an old wardrobe. My hands trembled as I opened it, revealing a narrow staircase leading down into darkness. The air was thick and musty as I descended, flashlight in hand. The walls were covered in strange symbols, and a sense of foreboding filled me. As I reached the bottom, I found a small room with a single chair and a mirror. The book's final entry appeared, "He sees his true self." I approached the mirror cautiously, my reflection staring back at me. But then, to my horror, my reflection began to move independently, a sinister smile spreading across its face. It reached out, and I felt an icy grip around my throat. The book fell from my hands as I struggled, but it was too late. My reflection pulled me into the mirror, and I found myself trapped, banging on the glass, unable to escape. The last thing I saw before everything went black was the book, now lying closed on the attic floor, waiting for its next victim.